Hi, I'm Alan on this video. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Geometry Dash. Today we're going to be taking a look at the monthly report for Deimos. I know I'm ripping off Doggie. I asked him last night, hey, some people have been asking me if I can do a monthly report for Deimos since I am now 1 month in back to the level. And he was like, yeah, sure, go for it, dude. It's hype. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to be trying to keep it short and concise. I want to just kind of spitball everything. We're going to be talking a little bit about progress, what I've been doing, how I've been handling it and all that stuff because, well, this is a huge jump for me. It's a very massive jump. The first thing I want to mention is this is now the most amount of attempts I've ever spent on any level ever. It's quite a lot. For those of you who knew Hard Machine or Neutral or Tartars, I spent a lot of attempts on those, and now I've just recently passed my Hard Machine attempts with Deimos, and I'm not surprised, but it is very daunting, especially considering the fact that I started out like 20,000 attempts away from it. So I've gone plus 20,000 attempts since coming back to the level. And it's just a lot, but at the same time, I don't even know if I am surprised that it happened. Since coming back, I've reached the break 13 times. And for those of you who do not know, the break constitutes as 56% plus. That's kind of like when you leave and get into the like slower part of the level midway through. That's what is considered the break, and I've reached it 13 times since coming back, which is an insane upgrade from the 5 times I managed to get there before. I'm not really in like a slump right now, but I am getting a lot of attempts between each break attempt now, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, I'm still doing fantastic with it. In those 13 break attempts, I've reached the second drop 4 times, getting 80, 77, and 74 twice, which is very, very good. Getting to the second drop is, to me, the sign of, okay, I can probably beat this eventually. Because the second drop is kind of like where it's just a matter of not fucking up, and that is much easier said than done. I'm going to be 100% real with you, because it's very hard. And despite that, though, I do still think it is very motivating. Starting off, getting back to the level, I was just kind of like focusing on runs for quite a while. It wasn't until like a week in where I finally started to like really lock in and playing very actively. The first week of playing was essentially just me getting a bunch of runs. I was doing 56 to 100, 39 to 100, 34 to 100 basically every single day until day 8 where I finally got the 26 to 100. And then after that, it was just kind of like mid for a while until I just randomly got 80% on day 11. And it's been like 2.5 weeks, or it's been like 2 weeks since I got 80. Playing wise, I'm counting days as in like the days I actually play and not just like the days total is active playing days. It's been 14 days worth of playing since I got 80, which is like, it's fine, right? But part of me is also not disappointed, but also kind of like worried that the 80 was a little bit of a fluke. But I also have gotten 74 twice and 77, so it's not like a big deal, right? Currently, my focus is primarily on playing as much from zero as I possibly can. The past like 3 days have been absolutely ridiculous. I've gotten a bunch of smokes attempts, which is 41% plus, is like the funny triple click that everyone comments on. Why do you do it with a spacebar? And it's because I'm slow. But it's been very good. Like day 24, which is 3 days ago now, I got 24 attempts to 41 plus, which is unreal. It was kind of stupid amounts of consistency. So the consistency is definitely there. Since coming back to the level in that month, I've gotten 172 attempts to smokes. So the fact that 24 of them were in a single day is kind of nuts if you think about it, which is almost catching up to how many I had before my break. Before the break, I took my break at 250 smoke attempts, and I'm now sitting at 172 coming back. And in those 172, I have passed Juho more times, which is 48% plus, and I've gotten to the break almost 3 times as much. So it is a massive, massive improvement. So I think the break was very healthy. But at the same time, I haven't really improved that much in the sense of like just being better. Like I'm still sitting at 74 41 deaths since coming back, and I had 111 before. And I'm on track to be like about roughly the same. So I don't feel like it's more that I just don't die to the dumb shit, and I still die to the hard shit. If that makes sense. Probably does make sense. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of runs. I've done 34 to 100 4 times. I've done 26 to 100. I've done 39 to 100 5 times. So I've been getting a lot of good runs. I've been keeping a lot of consistency, and it is essentially just a matter of staying positive now. The way that I'm playing currently is that I play twice a day at the moment. The past few days, I'm playing twice a day. I play in the morning a little bit, just like do an hour on my own, and then I play on stream. And it's been helping a lot. And I also do focus on stream, so whenever I start going from 0, I stop playing, or I stop looking at the chat entirely. And I think that's been helping a lot just in the focus department, because my biggest issue before that, and the thing that has been the cause of most frustration when playing on stream, has been just getting stuck in the first 20% for a long period of time. Now that I play full focus, no chat when I go from 0, I don't really get stuck in the beginning for too long. I'll go like maybe 5 minutes without getting to 20 plus, which is very solid. The first 20% is absolutely ridiculous. So being able to pass it every couple of minutes on average is incredibly good. But there's always going to be like moments of frustration. Like 2 days ago on day 25, I had a little bit of an episode where I died to the triple click 7 times in a row. And stuff like that is demotivating, right? I was talking to Doggie a little bit about it, and just having those like mind blocks that you can't really do anything about really sucks, because I know that I can do it and I feel confident with it, and then I get there from 0 and it's just like my brain shuts off. It's like an AOL startup screen where you're just like, and then you're just dead, right? Even though you're fully confident in what you're doing, and then you go into practice and you do it immediately and have no issues doing it. Every single time I died to 41, I would go back into practice and I would do it like legitimately 10 times in a row, no problem whatsoever. Go back from 0, immediately die again. And it's like, stuff like that is kind of what ends up hindering you a lot. But at the end of the day, I feel like I have been improving a ton every single day, except for like that 1 week where I was kind of just like trolling last week. I had an episode day 18 through 23 where I would just like, I kind of just sucked. Like I got the occasional 62, I got the occasional 63, but I just couldn't do good. And I ended up having to like realign my goals. And realigning goals is something that's really weird to do in a game like this, where you're just kind of like doing the same thing over and over again. But I think the thing that has helped me the most when it comes to just improving at the level has been taking a look at every single session at like an objective measure, and been like, where do I struggle and why do I struggle with it? Like, as I mentioned, day 25, I had that 7 in a row, 41 death kind of thing that happened. So I went in and I looked at my click pattern. I went and looked in how I do it, and I just kind of like realized what I was doing wrong. And the next day I died to it once, and I passed it like 9 times in a row. And it's like stuff like that, right? Realigning the way you practice, the way you approach the level, the way you play all together. It's also healthy for mindset. Will I beat it in April? Who knows? Hopefully. I would really like it. I've been at it for another month now. For those of you who do not know, I did start August 26th. That's when I started streaming it, and then I played it until November 30th, and then December 1st and onward, I took a break until February 27th, right? So, in those 3 months that I did play the level actively, September, October, November, 3 months that I played the level actively, I've done worse. I did worse than I have done this past month. So I'm playing 3 times as good, obviously, right? Which is really good. I'm very, very happy with what I've been able to accomplish since coming back to the level. I feel rejuvenated. And even though I do get frustrated still, it is less of an actual frustration and more of a, I should be playing slightly better now. But I always take time for myself to realign the way that I look at the level, the way I approach the level, and it has been helping tremendously. Now, the question is, how close am I really to beating it? Because I only have 13 attempts to the break, which is 56%. That's like halfway. I still have a lot of level to play after that. It kind of just depends on how frequently I'm capable of getting there now. I have been trolling a little bit. My past 2 sessions, I have gotten 6 attempts past Juho, and only one of them actually made it to the break, which is a little bit disappointing. That makes it 5 deaths between 49 and 55, which is kind of just, kind of rough. That was one of the things I really struggled with before the break. I would continuously die to the 50s and 49. Like I said, I only had 5 attempts past 55, but I had like almost 30 attempts to 49 plus before my break. So it's not demotivating seeing it kind of like go back in time to where I was struggling a lot with 49 to 55. But it is also okay, I need to refocus my practice to that part, because I haven't been putting a lot of effort into it because I've been very consistent with it lately. But now that it is falling back to where I'm not as consistent, I just have to move back, practice it a little bit more, be a little bit more diligent with my approach to it. Practice 39 to 56 more. I think that's where I'm throwing off a little bit. I'm just not putting in as much effort into 39 to 56, which is something that I should be continuously practicing. The thing that I do find very difficult with this level, though, is that it's not impossible, but at my current skill level, it is impossible to put as much effort into every single part as I want, right? I kind of like have to juggle which parts I put more effort into, whether I play from 15 for a while just to like get a good amount of 15 to 48 runs, or if I want to practice the ending and put a lot of effort into 69 to 100 or 56 to 100, or if I want to put in a lot of practice into 34 to 56 plus runs. It is kind of just a balancing act of I have to practice one of them until I'm like really good at it, and then I just kind of like hope for the best. And I feel like it is kind of detrimental to my experience with it that I haven't been able to fully lock in like the full level. I can't always be extremely good at the entire level. And I am kind of just like waiting for the day where I can just like get to 56 a good amount of times and just hope that my 56 to 100 practice has paid off, essentially. Because what is happening right now is essentially that I don't get to 56 enough to where my nerves aren't fucking me up, to put it lightly, right? When I got 77 the last time, I was extremely shaky. I'll play a clip. I was so nervous, dude. That was completely a nerve death. I was genuinely shaking. I lifted my hand up after I passed 75 and I was genuinely trembling. This is not healthy. What the fuck? Look at this shit. Oh my god. Fuck, bro. As you can see, my hand is like genuinely trembling. And that's not something I'm very used to. I'm usually a very calm, collected person when it comes to like playing. Especially like getting good runs. It's very rare that I get like super nervous. So it is definitely a different experience getting this kind of nervous. But the only thing I can really do is try and get to 56 as much as I possibly can. Once I start getting there more frequently, then yeah, it's going to be less extreme. But again, the level is so difficult that it's hard to say. As like a rough estimate, getting to 56, I would say is harder than my current hardest, which is Sarik's Never Clear. So I've technically beaten Sarik's or something harder than Sarik's 18 times now total. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm just kind of like in the process of reaching the end of the grind. That's where I think I am currently. Whether it takes me the rest of April or I have to like go out through May, it kind of depends. I'm going to stay positive though. I'm going to stay positive that I can do it and pull it off. But it's going to happen eventually. So for those of you who wanted a little bit of an update on the Deimos progress and grind, this is kind of where it's sitting at right now. But yeah, I'll see you guys around. Probably won't make another one of these unless I go on for another month. We'll see. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.